Wednesday evening. I wanted to jump on here real quick. Look, I don't do these YouTube lives very often. Actually, I probably don't have never done one at all until tonight. But with Hurricane Helene, I wanted to get on here and answer this real question before I got some videos edited and get some other stuff put out. And I want to talk specifically about basement coverage here when it comes to flooding. It's a question we've been asked a lot after Hurricane Helene, and I want to make sure you get the right information out there. So let's talk about, is your basement covered by flooding? Yes and no. Let's first of all talk about what's covered real quick here. We're talking about things that make the building safe. Sorry, my words are all coming together after all these flood insurance claims we've been handling, over 300 of them now the last 2 days. But particularly the building, things that make it safe. We're talking about like the cement flooring. We're talking about staircase, furnace, air conditioner. These kinds of things are going to be covered. Typically, things like carpet, drywall, those kinds of things are not going to be covered by your National Flood Insurance Program government flood insurance policy. However, some private flood insurance policies may cover this. They may cover up to $10,000 in contents. It depends on the private company. So remember that. Now let's talk about something called basement seepage. Is this covered by flood insurance? Let me think about it. Seepage, no. And let's talk about really what is basement seepage. Look, right now in the southeast, the water table is probably the highest it's been in years. As a result, the water has nowhere to go, so it starts coming out of the ground. So it starts seeping in things that are underground, like basements. But remember, when we talk about a basement, and we're talking about basement coverages, we're talking about a house that's got all four sides below ground. If it's a walkout basement, the federal government considers it to be an elevated building with enclosure. Private companies consider it to be consider it to be walkout basements. So this is completely different here. So remember that when picking your coverages. But back to the water seepage here, this can be specifically covered by homeowners insurance. Some homeowners insurance companies will cover this under a water endorsement. You want to reach out to your home insurance company to ask them if they're going to cover this for you. So just remember that. I wanted to jump on here just on this quick live tonight to talk about briefly about that with basements. Now I will be jumping on here to talk about some other of our disaster assistance things going on with Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia. What you need to know as a homeowner, whether it's traditional home insurance damage you have or flood damage, how to report it, how disaster assistance works, and all these things. So remember, make sure always subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to speaking to you in our next video. Thank you. Everybody have a great evening.